Hi everybody, welcome back to the Burlington Future Show. I'm really excited about the show we have for you today. I am going to interview Trav Fryer, who has a free store in his basement. And I'm sure all of you remember, I was visited by time travelers from 2075 who came back and kind of told me about all the things that they have in 2075 that got me really excited to sort of investigate the present and figure out how we got to that utopian future that they live in. And one of the things that they said, or one of the things they mentioned on the list, is that there's lots and lots of free stores. There's tons of people giving away their stuff, and there's just a much richer sharing economy. So I'm going to talk to Trav and figure out, how he started the free store that he's got in his basement as kind of an example of something that's going to be all over the place soon enough. So here's my interview with Trav.
Kason was sad, he thought the present was bad, until some time travelers came and told him to be glad because the future is bright. He wasn't looking right, they gave a list of people doing good to get in his sight. And so now he's interviewing all the people he should know that are building a better world right now on the Burlington Future Show.
Trav, hi, welcome to the Burlington Future Show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So I have you here because I'm really curious about your free store. Mm-hmm. I have seen it once. I got a bunch of stuff. I got these jeans. Mm-hmm. I really augmented my wardrobe. But for people who don't know what a free store is, can you kind of just explain the concept first, and then we can go into yours specifically?
Sure. Free store is very similar to a free pile. It's things that are free, Yeah. I guess store, then it's, you feel like you're shopping. There's sort of a shopping environment, but these things are for free.
Yeah. That's, it doesn't get any simpler than that.
Yeah. You can have the things that are there. It is a little bit complicated because then it's like, what is, you have to have sort of a limit. You have to have a border because, which things are free. Is everything free here? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So your free store is in your basement. In the house that you own. Explain to me a little bit about how that started, or how you thought I should turn my basement into a free store.
How that thought come up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We already had jars. We had the house, because we were two apartments, and so we were sharing spare jars down there. And then we already had some in-house stuff, and then I always really wanted to have a free store just because there's too much. Even the thrift stores, Resource constantly throws out good stuff because they're like, we don't have any place to put it, and we're like, well, then we need more places to put the stuff that's good.
Yeah. And
so I wanted to have one, but then it's hard to find a place to put anything these days, or not put anything, like real estate, whatever, rental. It's expensive, and then I just said, screw it, I'll just do it in my basement.
Yeah.
I've got space.
And it's really impressive. There's so much stuff down there. I noticed that there's, dress clothes, there's casual clothes, there's just cool stuff. There's blank DVDs, records.
Yeah, recorded DVDs.
Computers, there's AV cables, there's a really old Apple TV down there, I think the very first
Inbox.
Apple TV.
Mm-hmm. There's a filter for a BMW if anyone has one of those.
Oh, there you go.
An air filter for.
There was license plates, there's knickknacks, there's just a lot of stuff down there. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering how does the free store accumulate things like that for people to come and shop?
I already pick up a lot of stuff. Just if I see good stuff on the side of the road, I'll grab it for me. Or if I just think that it might be useful to someone, if it's going to rain, I'm going to take it off the street. But then we also have open hours on Wednesday nights with a potluck, and people will bring stuff then. And so people will bring things by.
Yeah. That's so cool. And so you just have accumulated stuff as you've accumulated Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, yes. Yeah. Every Wednesday, more stuff, yeah.
More stuff. That's so cool. And then, are there things that you don't want in the free store? Are there other things that people would bring by, and you're like, we don't want to put that there, or I don't want to have to handle that, or?
I don't know if we have that on the guidelines. I think it says pure garbage, but then it's well, what is garbage? Just cellophane wrap. I don't know, or like just. But we will take things that are damaged. Maybe they just need to be fixed, or things that, it's. And then we don't want to take like. There used to be rules at the free store at the dump on Pine Street, or they used to end up with things like ammunition or like needles and things, and you're like, okay, well, you don't want just anyone taking those things. We haven't had that issue, but anything dangerous we wouldn't want,
Yeah.
I don't know, poison.
Yeah. I didn't see anything dangerous down there when I was down there.
I think so. No, I mean, pretty much anything.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't know much about this at all, so I'm going to ask you to sort of help me out here. But I know that you sort of have a project associated with the free store where you because you have a theory of why people might throw things away and why objects might matter to people, and you're thinking of like, oh, I could tag every object, and then it can tell its story as like it moves through people's lives. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, that's a project that I call Custo Disco, or Custo, and this has a tag on it. I make this kiosk, and it prints ribbons or stickers, and then it has a little QR code, and then you can scan it and see the history of an item. So, if you find some clothes in the free store, you might say, oh, this was owned by so-and-so. Like, now I care more about it.
Yeah.
Or this is a computer, and this is, it was repaired at this date. Like, oh, now I can fix it better, It's a very long-term thinking, so you might, it's not as interesting as it will be hypothetically in 10 years,
Yeah. That's such a cool idea. I love the idea that, like, people get more attached or, like, care more about items if they know the story behind the item. I think that's a really interesting way of challenging consumerism, and because maybe the reason why we have such an abundance of clothes that people are willing to get rid of is because we don't know anything about the item.
That's the theory, yeah. Like if you find, I have a story on the website about it. Like if you find a sweater in the mud on the side of the road, you're like, that's a muddy sweater. Like someone just should throw that out, you don't think that it's special, but then if you see like, oh, this is 100 years old, and this is a photo of the person who knit it, and this is all this, you're like, oh my God, I have to wash this, I should repair it, I should give it to someone, It really makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I feel like the free store, just as a free store, helps that too, because it's like, items that people want to get rid of, they have a place to put them where other people might take them. Like one of the things I took from the free store is the sweater that has Bradish on the back of it, and that's Tess's sibling sweater. Right. But now that Tess has like moved away, I'm like, oh, this is a Bradish sweater. Right. I can remember, So it's really sweet. Mm-hmm.
The other way that comes up is at the weekly potluck when people bring in stuff. Like if people just bring a bag and put it in the free store, it doesn't get that much attention. But we're trying to get people to do sort of a QVC style, like check this out. This is a sweater that I got, and you're like, oh my God, I love that. If you see it presented and the person who had it and they're holding it, then it's just like it has this human quality that you're like, it makes the thing immediately. It's like palpably more desirable.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Well, I figure that, because your free store is in your basement, it doesn't have open hours to the public. It only has open hours to people you know personally or people that can come to swap.
Anyone can come, it's DM for Addie, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So if you're interested in coming to the free store, come to a Peace and Justice Center event and then become friends with me, and then I can invite you to swap luck potentially.
That's a good way to do it.
And then we can hook you up there. But another part of the free store that I'm really interested in talking about is what advice would you give to someone who wants to start their own free store? Because a lot of people probably have, spare space in their house, or maybe like a shed in the back of their house or something like that where they aren't using the full space to the extent that they could. Mm-hmm. What advice would you give to somebody who's like, I kind of want to turn this, my basement into a free store or my shed into a free store?
I was thinking about this question earlier in my preparation for this segment, and because you said you were going to ask it, and I was thinking that I think basically everyone already has a free store. Basically, I think everyone I know has like a pile of stuff that they're trying to get rid of. Like everyone's clean. Everyone who has stuff, which is everyone, is trying to get rid of some amount of stuff. And even if they're throwing it away, it's like that's your free store. It's like the stuff that you're getting rid of, and it's probably in a pile, and that's your free store.
Yeah.
And so I think you just need to sort of like accept that and understand that about yourself and say, like, this is my free store. It's going to continue to live in this spot, and other people can come take from it. And then it's sort of just then accepting other people may leave stuff there as well.
Yeah.
Just carve out a little space in your house and say, I think you should have a bathroom, a kitchen, a bedroom, and a free store. Every house should have a little a little spot.
I love that. Well, and your free store is so well. I mean, it hasn't always been well organized, by my understanding, but it is.
Sure,
it
yeah,
is
totally.
now. Like it's like pretty easy to figure out where things are, which I think could be the other part of it is like how extensive do you want the free store to be? If it's like a small thing, it could just be a pile.
Right. You can constrain your scope.
Yeah. And I think that there's so many free piles in Burlington, like people putting free piles outside, but those are often subject to like severe weather. Like you see free piles get ruined, but your free store is an eternal free pile that never gets ruined.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The free store sort of came out of when I acquired too many VHS during the pandemic, and we set up a little free Blockbuster out in front of the house. As I was like a cabinet with a bunch of tapes in it. And it was kind of getting wrecked by the weather, and we're like, we need to bring this in. So then we're gonna have to let people come in. Like, well, we'll just make it a whole store.
Yeah, it's really, really impressive. Yeah, I think those are all the questions that I have for you, Trav. Do you have anything else you want to say about the free store, about how to start a free store?
Yeah, it's not hard. You just kind of tell people that you have a free store, and they'll pick through it. It's like surprisingly simple if you're thinking of trying it.
Yeah, and it seems simpler than it seems like a hard undertaking or just something people might not think of. But then it's like, oh, I could just have a room in my house where everything's free.
Yeah. Are you gonna start one?
I think I'm considering doing one kind of like as a little free pantry, but just do it a free store, but like a little bigger, maybe a little more extensive.
Right, you can strain it. You can have a little free pantry, a little free library. You could have, it doesn't have to be a full store. It could be a little free something.
Yeah,
Blockbuster.
And I love the idea that there's one that everybody has one.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, great. Well, thanks so much for coming onto the Burlington Future Show, Trav. It was so nice to talk to you.
Thanks. I love the future.
Yeah. Wow, that was such an enlightening interview. It was so fun to talk to Trav about the free store. I hope that all of you are inspired to start your own free store. Just as Trav said, you probably already have one. You just have to sort of organize it and let people know that you have a pile of stuff that's free to take. If you want to know anything more about the free store, please come to a Peace and Justice Center event. We've got our events calendar online at pjcvt.org, or you can send me an email at kason@pjcvt.org, and I can probably meet you, and then we can get you to swap luck so you can come to one of the free store open hours. Thanks so much for watching.